welcome everyone today. This is our first in-person celebration of faculty excellence since 2019. And And it's so nice to see so many people from across the university here to recognise the accomplishments of our extraordinary faculty, both as teachers and researchers. It's now my pleasure to introduce our educational developer for Indigenous pedagogy, Mitch Huguenon, to acknowledge the land on which we gather.
Anine, bonjour, greetings. I'm a very proud member of the Métis Nation. I hail from Georgian Bay, Ontario. As a visitor here in this territory, I feel it's my responsibility to acknowledge the privilege that we all have to be together today in celebration of teaching and research excellence here in Nagojwanong, the traditional and treaty territory of the Mississauga Anishinaabe. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Mississauga people for their care for and teachings about our land and our relations. May we honor these teachings today and every day hereafter. On behalf of the Trent University community, I'd like to extend my greatest thanks to the Mississauga people by saying Chimigwech, Marci, thank you.
Thank you, Mitch. The path to our celebration today began many months ago when individual students, faculty and staff took the time to write testimonials of how their professors supported and inspired them, and how their colleagues pursued innovative research that has shaped their fields. Committee members then read, scored and deliberated over a record number of over 400 nominations. This event is the culmination of all of these individual efforts to name and recognise excellence, and I'm so glad that we can join together now in celebration. It's now my pleasure to introduce my co-host for this event, Fergal O'Hagan, Associate Dean of Teaching and Learning.
Thanks, Claire, and it's great to share responsibilities for hosting this lovely event this year, and thanks to Dana and Vic for helping us sound so intelligent up here. I was instructed not to ad-lib too much. Claire is a Welsh rugby adherent, and I just have to get a dig in about the Six Nations this year, because Ireland...
We didn't get the wooden spoon.
You didn't get the wooden spoon, but you were pretty close, so... Yeah, so it's important to recognize excellence in teaching and research at Trent, though it is also important to celebrate those who are being recognized outside of our institution. And before we begin our ceremony, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge Dr. Joel Bates, who was recently announced as one of the recipients of OUSA, O-U-S-A, the Ontario Undergraduate Student Alliance 2023 Teaching Excellence Awards for Trent Durham GTA. So congratulations, Joel. Yeah, you're here or hopefully online. And now I'd like to welcome Dr. Michael Kahn, Provost and Vice President of Trent University, to share some opening and welcoming remarks.
Great, thank you, Fergal. And Claire, having that Welsh connection, we're going to stick together through all this. Good afternoon, everyone. It's certainly a pleasure on behalf of Deborah Cooper-Burger, our board chair, and our president, Leo Glork, to welcome you to the celebration of teaching and research excellence here at Trent. It's certainly great to be back in person. It's actually my first in-person event since being here at Trent, and it's a pleasure to share this event with you. A couple of years ago, Kathy Bruce said to myself, we should bring the teaching and research awards together. And without hesitation, I said, certainly, we've got to do that. Because as we all know, research informs what we do in the classroom, research informs what we do in the community. But also, through my experience, I've realized that some of the very best researchers are also the very best teachers. They bring innovation, creativity to the classroom, and they have a certain passion that I think students truly appreciate. You've all heard me say that our top priority here at Trent is to prepare students for success. In doing so, it is important that we commit to truth and reconciliation, resurgence, equity, diversity, and inclusion. We value a research-driven education, one that is interdisciplinary in nature and prepares students for lifelong learning, one that exposes students to different subject areas, different ways of thinking, so that they are prepared to challenge some of the most complex problems in today's world. We are committed to social justice, human rights, both here at home in Canada and throughout the world, and global issues such as climate change. We value our external partnerships and the value and opportunities that brings to our students. We believe that a university education is both inside and outside the classroom. It's about developing citizens for the future, ones that will have a positive impact on society. Through extracurricular activities, students develop teamwork and leadership skills. They learn how to lead a balanced lifestyle, how to handle stress and anxiety, how to handle success and failure in the ultimate pursuit of their goals. Today's award winners uphold all these values. You actually push students to go beyond what they think is actually possible. In doing so, yourself and many others throughout campus have got to go beyond expectations yourselves. And I think that's what is truly special about Trent. People are devoted to what they're doing, and they continually look for ways to actually make Trent a better place for our students. This year, we actually had, as Claire mentioned, more nominations from students and more nominations of faculty than any other year. I see we have family members with us here today. We look forward to you joining with us. As your family member comes up to receive an award, don't be afraid to shout as loud as you can. We look forward to celebrating with you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. I'd next like to welcome Dr. Mark Skinner, who will present the first of two 2023 Early Career Researcher Awards.
Thank you, Fergal. So I'm very pleased to join you this afternoon to present the Early Career Research Awards along with my colleague, Dr. Hugo Lehman. Trent University presents this award annually to recognize, encourage, and support Trent University's promising early career researchers to establish sustainable research program. As Dean of Humanities and Social Sciences, I'm honored to announce our first recipient of the 2023 Early Career Research Award is Dr. Jen Cole. So Dr. Jen Cole is Assistant Professor jointly appointed to the Chanie-Wenjack School for Indigenous Studies and the Department of Gender and Social Justice, and is the Artistic Director of the Nojum First Peoples Performance Space. As her colleagues and students attest, Professor Cole is an enormously talented researcher, writer, performer, instructor, and mentor, whose scholarship is recognized as a one-of-a-kind blend of aesthetic expression, academic output, and commitment to building connections to communities locally. Professor Cole is creative director of the Aging Activisms Research Collective, co-investigator of the SSHRC-funded partnership development project Gatherings, Archival and Oral Histories of Performance, a co-convener of the American Society for Theatre Research's Indigenous Performance Research in the Americas Working Group. The longer the title, the more important it is. And editor of Gatherings, a publication for the collection and distribution of creative scholarly work in performance. Professor Cole has already established an extensive program of community-engaged creative scholarship, one that we're very proud of at Trent, including her 2021 original monograph, Hysteria in Performance, published by McGill Queen's University Press. And just to show that deans do their homework sometimes, the importance of Dr. Cole's early career scholarship is wonderfully captured in one of the book reviews for this publication. So to quote, Jen Cole's scholarship is a masterclass on how to decolonize research and archives that have been exhausted by scholars and writers through the ages. Decolonizing archives means shifting the narrative because, in Cole's words, there is no feminist or conciliatory future without decolonization. Congratulations, Dr. Cole, Jen, on this award, and I would like to invite you up to make some remarks.
Miigwech, everyone. Jen Cole, Nadishnakas, Point Alexander, and Dojima. I'm mixed ancestry Algonquin Anishinaabe from Kijisibi territory. That's the Ottawa River watershed. And yeah, I feel very thankful. It feels very good to be recognized for work that I really care about, which is mostly about leaning into Anishinaabe knowledge holders and Indigenous artists and also other than human kin in these territories, here and in my home territory, as a way of better understanding who we actually are in relation, in these networked relations. And so I think with my 2 minutes of remarks time, I just wanted to lift up some of the brilliant scholars and theorists and thinkers and language holders and knowledge holders and artists in this territory. We're really lucky to be part of this community and to be supported by brilliant people like Ann Taylor, like Madeline Weitung, like Olivia Weitung, who taught me how to flat bead. People like Doug Williamsbaugh. There's so many precious thinkers. I mean, where would any of us be without Leanne Simpson, who teaches us that these lands are queer, that we have responsibilities to these places and to one another. And also to people living here who support me. So some of my kin are in the crowd, my co-conspirators, co-researchers, students, people from Gender and Social Justice and the Cheney Wenjack School. And and also, just people who support me, like beautiful Mari Mumford and Alice Williams. And I have 1 million names to drop because we don't do any of this work together, as we all know. Miigwech.
Thank you, Jen. Next, I'd like to welcome Dr. Hugo Lehman, Acting Dean, Trent Fleming School of Nursing, who will present the next 2023 Early Career Researcher Award.
Thanks, Virgo. It's a pleasure to be here this afternoon to present our second 2023 Early Career Research Award to Dr. Kim Ritchie. Dr. Ritchie joined the Trent Fleming School of Nursing as an assistant professor last summer. So she's a new hire. It's very excited to join the school, and we're pleased to have her. Prior to this, she was a postdoctoral fellow in the Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Neuroscience at McMaster University, and then promoted to Senior Research Associate at Homewood Research Institute. Dr. Ritchie has a compelling and invigorating nursing research program in geriatric mental health, dementia, and PTSD. Her most recent funded projects examines mental health and well-being in veterans. Prof. Ritchie is also a member of the McMaster University Trauma and Recovery Unit, exhibiting significant involvement in advancing both knowledge and practice in public mental health. Her commitment to student supervision and training of highly qualified personnel is exceptional. Congratulations, Dr. Ritchie. Your success is inspiring, and we look forward to seeing your future accomplishments. I would like to invite you to come up and say a few words.
So thank you very much. I'm very grateful for this award and for all the support that the research office has shown me since I've arrived here. This is such a wonderful introduction to Trent and to such a great community. I've really been really blessed and overwhelmed with the amount of support and mentorship and friendship that I've received from the Trent Fleming School of Nursing, including Hugo and all of the rest of the faculty. And I specifically wanted to also thank Dr. Cindy Gilmer and Dr. Michelle McIntosh, who've been incredible in terms of the support and just sort of teaching me the ropes. I send them emails constantly, and they never get tired of it, even though They will eventually. I know they will. I also want to thank my family who have been unwavering in their support. My son's with me today and really supported me, allowed me time to start this next phase of my career. I'm really thrilled to start this research program where we found in previous research that I've done that healthcare providers really don't have a lot of knowledge about the mental health and past trauma of older adults, and specifically those in high-risk occupations like veterans, mental health, or public safety personnel and healthcare providers. So with this award, I'm really hoping to involve more students into this program of research and really get them excited about older adults and mental health, which is an area that over the years hasn't had a lot of excitement. So that's what I'm hoping to do with this. So thank you very much. I'm really grateful for this.
Thank you, Kim, and congratulations to our very worthy and inspiring recipients. I'd now like to welcome back Dr. Michael Kahn, Trent's Provost and Vice President Academic, who will be presenting the awards for educational leadership and innovation. Michael.
It is my great pleasure to present the award for educational leadership and innovation. This award recognizes faculty and staff who have distinguished themselves through educational leadership, teaching, innovation, and successful communication. This year, we have two recipients of this award, Dr. Jennifer Newton and Dr. Kirk Hillsley. Dr. Jennifer Newton, an assistant professor with the Department of Anthropology, is recognized for her extraordinary innovation at the course and departmental levels. Most notably, these include developing a bioanthropology archaeology specialization, promoting bioanthropology at Trent Durham, and laying the foundation for a capstone course. One nominator celebrated Dr. Newton's efforts to go the extra mile to create innovative and equitable learning experiences for anthropology students across both campuses, including developing unique teaching materials to be used for hands-on opportunities in the lab by Durham students. Dr. Newton is spearheading Trent's involvement in a new archaeological project in Costa Rica through the Trent University Archaeology Research Centre, which will generate new and dynamic learning opportunities for faculty and students. Congratulations, Dr. Newton, and Jennifer, we welcome you up to say a few words.
Thank you. Wow, okay. Thank you so much to all those who nominated me. It's such an honor to receive this type of award. I was really shocked opening up the email. I'm like, oh my gosh, really? I'm getting this type of award? And every time I'm in the classroom, I try to just portray the love and the passion that I have for anthropology and archaeology as a bioarchaeologist trying to bring in more of the skeletal human remains type of aspect within the department as well. And that wouldn't also be possible without the help from my chair of the department, so Dr. Rod Fitzsimons, has been really supportive in helping me with all these kind of innovative thoughts that I've been having to help execute them, as well as Dean Skinner, thank you, as well as Dean Henderson at the Durham campus for allowing me to be able to cross over to the different campuses and kind of do things across both sides to allow the students opportunities across both areas. And then, of course, it's a big thank you to all of the students who keep taking my classes, I guess. So I guess it's a positive thing if you keep taking my classes and enjoying what you're doing. I'm really big with hands-on experiences. That's what I enjoyed as a student. So I like to portray those things and try to think of really fun, innovative, exciting things that students can do in the classroom that I would have wanted to do, that hopefully they do as well. So I always welcome feedback from them, and I just really love what I do each day. So thank you so much, and thank you to Trent for all the opportunities I've had so far. So thanks.
Thank you, Jennifer. You make me feel that I need to go back to school and take one of your classes. Our second award winner is Kirk Hillsley, an assistant professor in the Department of Biology, who's recognized for his pedagogical innovations at the course and departmental levels. According to one of his nominators, Since joining the Department of Biology in 2014, Cook has made significant, sustained, and consistently valuable contributions to design and teaching of biology courses, using innovative approaches in both course delivery and student assessment. He recently worked with a subcommittee in the Department of Biology to propose a new introductory biology course geared to non-science majors, and is now developing this course with the goal of improving scientific literacy among all students. Professor Hilsley has also been a leader in the development of best practices for online courses within the department. Kirk, congratulations.
Thank you so much for this honour. I'm humbled to receive this award, and I'd first like to thank any of those who took the time and effort to nominate me. I'm grateful to have had this opportunity to work with colleagues who have supported and encouraged me in my efforts to innovate in the classroom. This award is not just a recognition of my work, but of the collective efforts of all of us who are committed to improving education here at Trent. As educators, I believe that it is our responsibility to strive for better ways to engage and inspire our students. Although it may be a cliche, our current and future students' formative years have taken place during truly unprecedented times. Given these circumstances, supporting and motivating students who are dealing with ongoing challenges is more important than ever. There are challenges for us educators too. For example, with the advent of ChatGPT, yes, I said it, there is arguably no more important time for innovation and leadership in education. While technology can be a powerful tool for enhancing learning, artificial intelligence also has the potential to really hinder student comprehension. As such, it's essential that we continue to invest in innovative strategies to both teach and assess students in a way that promotes deep understanding and critical thinking. By doing so, we can hopefully ensure that our students are well equipped with the skills and knowledge they need to succeed in this rapidly changing world. Thank you.
Thanks, Kirk. Ditto on the AI issue. It's now my pleasure to introduce Lillian Chumley, one of our talented e-learning designers from Trent Online, to present the 2023 Award for Excellence in Online Teaching.
Hi, it's my great honor to present this award for Excellence in Online Teaching to Eric Laming, Assistant Professor of Criminology in the Department of Sociology. This award recognizes instructors who have a demonstrated passion and commitment for online learning. This includes the use of effective approaches in active learning and student engagement. Some of the student comments that were received for Eric included his use of humor, even in context of heavy or difficult topics. The video of him as a Hamburglar is a thing of beauty, and I would highly recommend that if you get the chance to watch it. His support of student learning by activating multimodals for student engagement, as well as innovative assessment practices, including the use of Padlet, using clues and hidden messages. But he also went over and above to support students to find academic opportunities beyond the classroom. Congratulations to the Hamburger, Dr. Laming, and I would invite him at this time to come up and make some remarks.
Well, thank you, everyone. at least one person thinks I'm funny, whoever nominated me, so that's a good thing. Just a few quick thanks. Obviously, the students who take the classes that I teach. If they didn't, then I wouldn't be here, of course. So thank you to them and those who nominated me, of course. Thank you to Dean Skinner and my Department of Sociology for giving me the opportunity to actually do what I do. So I can actually work with a lot of cool people and interesting people and do this work and research as well. Special thanks to my wife, Emily, who's an educator and who actually has taught me all about universal design for learning practices. I mean, without her, I wouldn't be able to implement all of these accessibility tools that is so important for a lot of the students taking these classes. I mean, online teaching is very difficult, so we have to kind of think outside of the box sometimes. And then finally, I wouldn't be given this award without all the great help from Trent Online. Everyone that I've worked with, everyone who's part of Trent Online, they know kind of what it takes to put a great class together. And I give them some really weird ideas, and they're like, yeah, we can work with that. And then they deliver and they implement, and you know, it turns out great. So thank you to them and everyone else for getting the award today as well. Thank you.
Congratulations, Eric. It's now my great pleasure to welcome Dr. Catherine Davis, a former workshop leader in the Channy Wenjack School for Indigenous Studies and last year's award recipient, to present the QP 39081 Award for Excellence in Teaching. Catherine.
Miigwech. So this award will be presented to Dr. Buell. Nice to meet you. I say that because you were the go-to person for Indig 1001, and I could always count on Dr. Buell to be very personable, pleasant, and so helpful. And you know, when you're sending multiple emails, you don't always expect that response, so miigwech, I never really formally thanked you for that. Dr. Buell is a course instructor in Indigenous Environmental Studies and Sciences, and soon to be assistant professor in the Trent School of the Environment and Forensic Science. Very, very good. Engaging and approachable is her teaching style. She encourages and supports students' curiosity and responds quickly and actively to students' needs. So it's not just students that you respond quickly to as well. Nominators celebrated that concepts of equity were built into her course design and materials. Dr. Buell inspires her co-instructors, seminar leaders, and teaching assistants to act towards students with equity and respect. That's, you know, a hallmark for all of us educators. She underscores the students' importance of love of their work. And students and faculty alike are struck by her kindness, understanding, and compassion. So at this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Mary Claire Buell to make some remarks.
I'm not sending a text, I'm just finding my note. Yeah, thank you everyone for being here today, and thank you to my nominators for nominating me and my teaching team as well. They're really the backbone of the work we do in the Indigenous Environmental Studies and Sciences program. It's such an honor to be receiving this award, and such a privilege to have the opportunity to teach or be a part of the learning journeys of our amazing students here at Trent. I'm so grateful for them, and I find I'm always learning from our students. The knowledge and perspectives they bring truly inspire me and my approach to teaching. I also want to acknowledge a really important mentor of mine, Assistant Professor Dr. Barbara Wall in the IESS program as well. She's inspired me in the way I approach the teaching that I do, and I think that I wouldn't be standing up here today without her mentorship. And also Dr. Chris Ferkel for bringing me into the IESS family as a QP instructor. So many thanks, everyone, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Mary Claire. Our next award is for excellence in teaching assistants, and I would like to welcome Dr. Craig Brunetti, Dean for the School of Graduate Studies, and Emma Peary, our 2021 award recipient, to present this award.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to help co-present the Award for Excellence in Teaching Assistants. This award recognizes teaching assistants who excel at encouraging learning in workshops, tutorials, seminars, laboratories, and field settings. William Kim, a PhD candidate in environmental and life sciences and a teaching assistant in biology, is championed for exceptional support for students' learning. Both students and faculty recognize the ways in which Mr. Kim goes above and beyond to foster student success.
William makes labs interactive by circulating to each student, making sure to allow that there is enough space and time to ask for questions, as well as providing clear and helpful feedback when necessary. He made a special effort to make sure that students felt safe and supportive, especially when coming back to in-person labs following the pandemic. And William is very passionate about helping students to fully understand the course material by allowing them to learn from their mistakes, as well as, and at the same time, cultivating interest and joy in their learning. At this time, I would like to welcome William to the podium to make some remarks.
I'm usually in the corner in the lab, and this is kind of new to me, and I'm kind of nervous, so if you haven't noticed, this is not a usual thing, but no, I'm really honored and flattered for the people who nominated me for this award. I'm really shaken up. Yeah, no, as a former undergraduate student here at Trent University, I know that having a great having a great leader in the laboratory means a lot, and you learn a lot. So taking that, and as a person who's still learning as a teacher, I apply that in my laboratory when it comes to TAing. With my students, I see them more than just students. They are people to me, and I want them to do well. And as I said in my labs, I want to see them be more successful than me, because then that shows that it paid off. And the one quote that I always tell to myself is, you need to fail to learn. And FAIL stands for first attempt in learning. And I know that if you make a mistake and you learn it, you learn more from that. So but without all this experience, I wouldn't be here. So I just want to give a few shout outs to pivotal people in my life, starting off with my high school teacher, who I still keep in contact with, Niels Walkow. Absolutely a great guy, and I'm glad to learn from him and learn with him. I also want to give a quick shout out to the biology department. Special shout out to Smalley and Debbie. Thank you for being great leaders. And then a couple of my colleagues as well. That include Emma Kazecki and Daniel Palberg. Absolutely great people, and I'm glad we're still collaborating, and hopefully we can publish more. Another quick shout out to a few other people that are important to my life, one of which includes students at Trent University and students outside of Trent University. A quick shout out to Cassandra Pine and Adam DiGisanto. Sorry if I butcher that, I always do. Thank you for letting me be your supervisor for undergraduate thesis. You guys were phenomenal, and I'm glad you guys proved me wrong. And last but not least, wait, where am I going with this? Yeah, just want to say thanks. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone. I'm flattered, I really am, and thank you.
Congratulations, William. You wouldn't have known you were nervous. You've shared such great reflections and insights there. Thank you. I'd now like to welcome one of my own mentors at Trent, Dr. Kathy Bruce, Trent's Vice President, Research and Innovation, to present the Distinguished Research Award. Kathy.
Thanks, Claire. I'll drop this down a bit. I'm pleased to present the Distinguished Research Award for 2023. This is an award that recognizes significant accomplishments throughout a career. And this year's recipient is Dr. Hugh Elton, a professor in ancient Greek and Roman studies. I see you're slinking down a little bit there. I'll try and make it short. Professor Elton became a member of Trent's faculty in 2006. Fast forward to 2023, Dr. Elton is an internationally renowned scholar in Roman military history and the political and cultural history of the late Roman Empire. Professor Elton's research has a strong focus on the eastern frontier of the empire, a cultural and political area that covers a major section of Central Asia. Specifically, he specializes in the area we now know as Turkey. And I probably got all that wrong, so you can help me later. Over his career, Professor Elton has demonstrated an impressive record of publication, which includes, get this, 3 monographs, 5 co-edited collections with highly regarded scholars in his field, as well as over 60 refereed articles, and I don't know how many books. Dr. Elton defines the word prolific as a researcher with an impact that is truly exceptional. In recent years, he has led the way in considerations of environmental history and archaeology, considering the effects of climate change in late antiquity. As we look back, we look forward. Hugh has also made significant contributions to the training of students through mentorship and technical training and research guidance, on-the-ground fieldwork in Göksu, Akbat, and other sites in Turkey that I likely can't pronounce. This focus has guided Hugh's students to a wide range of successful careers. Dr. Elton's nomination dossier highlighted the significant global recognition of his research, supported by colleagues around the world in places such as Germany, Australia, Turkey, as well as right here at Trent University. Dr. Elton is undeniably a leader in his field. Hugh's scholarly impact is captured well in a quote by one of his nominators, stating, "Whether measured by volume, by quality, or by impact, he has on other scholars. Professor Elton's research contributions are extraordinary." With this deep, consistent contribution to scholarship, Trent University is proud to award Professor Hugh Elton the 2023 Distinguished Research Award. Please join me, Hugh. I have to give a little bit of extra commentary, but we'll do this part first. Stay there. Now, you can see that Hugh he can dress up, I've seen it. And with that, what we have here is a lyra pipe. And this goes on Hugh's convocation gown, and he uses it puts it over his shoulder. There's also a research pin here. So this is the formal part when we see you in your convocation regalia. But you can also see that Hugh likes the casual. So we have a hat, a ball cap with research and innovation on it. There you go.
Usually I'm very comfortable in this room because I teach in it, but I'm not enormously comfortable here. This focus on me just feels a little bit sort of wrong. Research is the result of this continued application, as my wife calls it, ass in chair, but also requires being at the office. And when you're at the office, there's a vast number of other people whose questions, ideas, comments stimulate me and help me think about how the late Roman state works. So in alphabetical order, I'd like to thank faculty, and there are far too many of them across the university in sciences, social sciences, humanities, education. Many conversations over the years have been very, very helpful. to family, to Tracy and Joe, whose patience and my endless chundering on about how the Roman Empire works, the importance of bishops and so on, and my absences from home or getting up at stupid o'clock to catch another aeroplane to go somewhere. Very much appreciate their patience and forbearance and support and love. And then to the staff, that sort of research is fun, but there's other stuff that we have to do that pays the bills, the teaching that's critically important, but to support both of those, university staff in every section of the university are critically important, although I would like to flag up the Dean's Office, the library, and the AGRS, Ancient Greek and Roman Studies program staff, particularly Kathy and Maddie. And finally, the students, and questions, endless questions from undergraduates and graduates about things that I haven't explained clearly enough really help me to get a handle on the things that I'm trying to work my way through. And the whole point about research is to share it. And if we're not sharing, if we're not teaching, then there doesn't seem to be a lot of point to the whole research endeavour. So the students are critically important in this. So thank you very much.
Thank you. We're very fortunate today to be joined by Deborah Cooper-Berger, Chair of the Trent Board of Governors, who will present the Simons Award for Excellence in Teaching.
Thank you, Dr. Mooney, Dr. O'Higgins. I am pleased, really pleased to be here. I know we haven't had a face-to-face celebration in several years, so it's more meaningful than ever, I think. And, I think it's, we've heard all of the presenters talking about the pleasure that they're having in presenting these awards, and I'm no different. And in fact, I think it's really confirming to me in terms of the vibrancy and the experience and the knowledge and all of the wonderful people that are part of the Trent faculty and research studies. So thank you very much on behalf of the Board of Governors. But at this point, it's my pleasure to announce the award winner for the Simons Award in Excellence in Teaching. And it's considered the Trent's highest teaching award. If you speak with students, they will tell you that one of Trent's greatest strengths is its faculty. Trent is known for its professors who are passionate about the subjects that they teach. They care about their students, and they're committed to teaching in ways that support deep learning. What's also clear to me is that so many of the wonderful aspects of Trent can be traced back to the legacy of Dr. Tom Simons. The sense of collegiality, the willingness to listen to students, the truly beautiful campus, which we are committed to continuing to make it more beautiful, and of course, its long-standing reputation of excellence in teaching. I'm grateful to be part of an effort to sustain and to extend that legacy, even as we grapple with contemporary challenges. So for that reason, I'm happy to award this year's Simons Award for Excellence in Teaching to someone who encourages learning, challenges students to do their best work, inspires them, and demonstrates exemplary care for the students of Dr. Elizabeth Russell. Elizabeth Russell is an associate professor in the psychology department. My husband would be appreciative of that. The director of the Trent Centre for Aging and Society, which I am appreciative. And Professor Russell's energetic lecture style, her caring encouragement, passion for teaching, and dedication to mentorship. It's inspiring her students to do their very best work. One of the both of the nominators highlighted many of your qualities. Never in my academic career have I seen such a commitment on a professor's part to ensuring their students have everything they need to succeed. Professor Russell incorporates active learning strategies, authentic forms of assessment, and interactive experiential learning in your courses. She makes a point of getting to know each student by name and maintains a focus on student wellness. According to the other nominator, Dr. Russell's concern for students should be the standard by which we all operate. She treats her students with deep respect and consideration, always seeking to support them and ensure success in their academic journeys. Professor Russell, would you join me, please?
At dinner recently, I told my little girl, Ainsley, that the mummy of one of her daycare friends had sent me a really nice email. How nice is that? Do you remember that? And great question. You said, why? And I said, because Mummy won a teaching award. And you being 2.5, she said, why? And I said, because of teaching. Mummy works hard at teaching when you're in daycare. And you said, why? And so I said, well, because it's my job. And your particular line of why questioning became a little more challenging to answer, because the why is it my job question for so many faculty members is a weird one. I am a teacher actually because I'm a researcher, a scientist in one tiny area of academic inquiry entirely unrelated to teaching or learning. So the answer of why teach for academics is on paper maybe a little bit tacked on to our researcher role. But for a lot of us, the answer to why teach is not just because it's our job, but because we love it. Probably like many of you, I have always liked stationery, a certain type of pen, other teachery stuff like tweed and crisp back-to-school air. But mostly I love the freedom that university teaching offers us, giving us the space to support people in their learning. Here at Trent, we are given the intellectual space to think differently, and that includes in the classroom. There is nothing I love more than finding unique ways to allow students to learn course material through hands-on experiential learning, practical assignments, professional development, social and mentorship opportunities, inventing creative and personal assignments that are equally valued alongside traditional academic ones, and an active classroom that encourages informal conversation, both on and off topic, because 3 hours is long and we're in this together. But most importantly, I try to create a safe and welcoming space that is conducive to deep learning. It is not about learning the minutia, it is about learning the big picture, specifically why it matters, or what should change to support those who are overlooked in society, a core foundation to all of my classes. Like many of you, I love finding ways to help students ignore the noise and focus on the important stuff, the long game. Yeah, and so even though we are living in a climate where funding is increasingly limited and class sizes are growing, and that's okay, that's the way of the world and we have to roll with it, it is critical to support students as individuals, to meet them where they are, to value and include their diversity, and to help them learn to question the world around them as they go on in their lives after Trent. And for me, my students have taught me that there is no better way to achieve this than by doing things authentically, in a way that feels like me. And what that looks like is different for each and every one of us. But I think that's the most important thing, to authentically be yourself in the classroom, and in doing so, we can support our students most effectively. The people I want to thank today include my parents, who are here, for supporting me in being in school forever, literally, like many of you here today. My little girl here, you, for helping Mummy also prioritize work since you were born. Dr. Ken Fowler at Memorial University of Newfoundland. My mentor and biggest supporter here at Trent, Dr. Mark Skinner. Dr. Rory Coughlin, past chair of Trent's psychology department, for taking a chance on me and in offering me this chance of a lifetime at Trent, where I found my niche. and to Professor Simons for, as I understand, building a foundation for critical thinking and student support that is the incredible teaching environment still here today at Trent. And finally, and most importantly, I want to thank my students, many of whom are here today in this room or online, hi, who took the time to support me by writing thoughtful nominations, but also all of my students, past and present, including undergraduate and graduate students in my courses, honors thesis students, and research and teaching assistants, because of the intersection that we just heard about of teaching and research, for trusting me to try new things, to have fun in teaching, and especially to learn from your unique takes on the world, which is what makes each and every course, even if I've taught it many times, a special group of people and a unique life experience. Thank you for this award. It is the honor of my career.
Congratulations, Elizabeth, and thanks, Ainsley, for some great why questions. I'd now like to call again on Dr. Kathy Bruce to offer some closing remarks.
So I'm here to close the ceremony part of this and go to the informal part. So I think they say I stand between you and the reception. I will make this brief, but what a wonderful ceremony this has been to celebrate the incredible talent and care of our teachers and researchers. I am a bit biased. I've been here almost 20 years now at Trent. But I'll say Trent University is truly unrivaled when it comes to excellence in teaching and research. And this is because of the care, dedication, and passion of their craft that our instructors and researchers exemplify. Your commitment to nurturing that spark and fueling the pursuit of curiosity as a form of lifelong learning and solution finding brings me hope, brings us hope. I thank you all for joining us today in an absolutely uplifting end to the 2022-2023 academic year. Please join me in the lovely celebration we're to have, and also thanks to Claire and Fergal for this ceremony.
So thank you, Kathy. This brings the ceremonial portion of our celebration of excellence to a close. And all that's left for us to do is to raise a glass to our amazing award recipients. Before we do, we invite all of you at some point this week to visit the beautiful photo displays of our recipients at the Bata Library and at Trent Durham. And I'd also like to acknowledge the work of both teams at the Centre for Teaching and Learning and the Office of Research and Innovation, who are really exceptional. Vic Moore-Blakeney, Dana Capel, Devin Stillwell, James Bailey, and Sylvia Dick, all the folks that helped to bring this together. Great job. Yeah, so now please join us next door in the event space and atrium to further celebrate our recipients. Boom.